Good morning, guys. Well, my fall gathering has just ended. And this is my first day back to the home. And so it's kind of, I'm trying to get back in the groove again. But I was really happy and pleased to see everybody. I had people drive in from Michigan, Tennessee, Low Florida, Texas. William Collins was there. Quite a few of them, and it was an impromptu gathering that kind of just grew on its own. But it was a great time. We had great weather. Only had rain on one day, and just had a great time. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out and camped with me. I really appreciate y'all coming out and spend some time with me. But one of the things we did was we went to Kaufman's military surplus. And I'm looking around at stuff and I spotted something I'd never seen before. And it was this. Now I knew just by looking at it, it's some new version of an Arctic canteen. And I remember I'm used to the old banjo round, with a long neck canteen that's double walled so that it doesn't freeze. This is not. This is heavy stainless steel. But what really interested me was this. You unscrew this lid and it becomes a wide mouth, kidney shaped like that, so that you could put this in the fire. And it's even got a fill line right there where you could put water in it, and if it froze it won't bust it, see. Now the bottoms on it, it came with the type of cap that's for use with the gas mask. But I'm sure I could swap that out for a plain one should I desire to, whatever. These gas mask connectors right here, I don't like too well because that's just a place for bacteria and stuff to get in that valve and etc. So whenever you're drinking out of this stuff a lot, if you don't clean that somehow, through that connector valve right there. So I'll probably just pop this off and get a standard cap and put back on it for me. But back to that's the entire canteen. Heavy gauge stainless steel. I want to say it was like 20 bucks. I mean, yeah. And the bottom of it says US Cage Code 03WJ4 2004. Is whenever that came out. It says 20-year-old canteen. Kaufman's got a bunch of them. And this one is, you look inside, it's perfectly clean. If it was ever used, I don't know. Now, don't ask for the canteen cup, because the only reason I found this one is they got one of them big, huge, and I will be doing a video very soon where I'm going back over to Kaufman's and show you some of the things they've got in, because many of you have been contacting me about winter gear and stuff like that. Do they have? So I'm going to run through and show some things on a video, probably for Friday, to give you an idea of what's available. They got snowshoes, they got bindings, they got a bunch of the thermal underwear and stuff at really good prices. So for you guys up north, we're about to give you an idea. But in that big, huge 4-foot square container full of these canteens, I looked in there and I seen this on another cup that had been, on another canteen that had been crushed. This handle was bent way up like this, and this whole side right here had been caved in. And the only way we could get it off was to use a couple of hammers and hammer it off of the dead canteen. There's no way to straighten out that canteen, but I knew I could straighten out the cup, and that's what I did. Now, if you ever have a U.S. Army canteen cup or something like this, and it's got dented real bad, how do you straighten out? Well, what I did was I took a big block of wood that fit in here, which was like a 2x6 or a 2x8, and just hammered that in there, and that pushed it out to a point. And then I took thin metal wedges and would drive them in until it lifted it up, until where it's now works and actually fits on. It's tight, but it does go on there like that, and you can. wiggle and pull it off like that. You don't see it does one stripe, which means I got one high spot right there. I still need to put a wedge in there and kind of lift up a little bit. So they haven't got these cups yet. I just got lucky and found one in that box on a damaged canteen. So I was able to recycle this, but the handles do lock together on it. That's a nice good sized cup, ain't it? And you know, like the Pathfinder has got a wide mouth canteen. And I was thinking about if I was gonna boil my water, especially like in the winter where I wanted to be able to heat up water for various means, use it as not only a water vessel but like a cooking vessel where I could boil water to be able to put into instant meals, have enough for coffee and everything. That's a pretty good size capacity canteen right there. And with the cup, I could eat out of the cup, cook on the cup. I can also, as you can see, put it on like that and be able to sit this side to the fire and have a handle. I could pick up and pour water out of the canteen with a handle. That's pretty cool, ain't it? Now, if you didn't have this and you just had the tank, you can drop a toggle down with a piece of string. Just drop the toggle in, let it turn sideways, and you can pick it up out of the fire if you ain't got a glove or something to grab it, you know. But I thought that was my thought, to be able to grab this, be able to put this up against the fire like that, build a fire up on this side, let it get good and hot, and transfer the heat, and make this into boiling water, and then I'd have plenty of boiling water to put in things, cook with, etc. As well as once it don't even have to be boiling, once it was really warm, not boiling, but really warm, I could put that lid on it, wrap this thing up, and this would make a really good hot water bottle in the dead of winter to go to bed with now, wouldn't it? As a way to heat. And that's the only thing I got against the U.S. Army plastic canteen is you can't put that hot water in it. It'll turn soft on you. You ask me how I know. But the Nalgene bottles, you can actually put boiling water into them and seal them up and use them, put a sock over them and use them like a hot water bottle to help keep you a little bit warm. Put them back there at your kidneys or whatever. Or if you've got a wounded patient, or you've got somebody that's got a hurting shoulder or whatever, you could heat it up, wrap it up and put it up there like a heating pad so you transfer heat. Lots of uses. But for a canteen, and I'm not going to worry about a cover for it. Now, when I go to Kaufman's, I'll show you the actual cover. It's an insulated cover for this. But I'm not going to worry about a cover, because to me this is this goes in a rucksack. You know, for me, that's what I would think of it, that I'd put it into a rucksack. And it's even, I forgot to point that out, if you get something like this, notice that red seal in there, kind of like an old seal for a canning jar or something. Just keep an eye on that, because if it comes out, you might leak around. I don't know, but this one has a seal, so check and see it's got the seal, okay? There you go. And once I bent the handle back, I mean, this handle was, this piece right here was about here, that it sat up here like this, like a wing. And so I had to bend it all back into shape to get it to go down there. But I'm kind of tickled with my new canteen. And so there'll be a video coming up in the near future where I'll build a fire and we'll boil water in it and try cooking in this cup and stuff like that, just to give it a little field trial. Unfortunately, Alabama is still under a burn ban right now. And as soon as that burn ban is lifted and I can have a campfire, I got some cooking videos coming up I want to share with you guys. But for right now, that's it for right now. Guys, I so appreciate y'all supporting my channel coming out. And I hope to get to camp with all of y'all one day. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.